They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Jefferson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Look at me, zipper.
They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Does the big boy have the juice? And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
This is Cohen. And he's going to be
Mike 5-4. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 28. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They're not ready for this. They stink. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. Room here to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, Darnold. Jones has it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here goes Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get him. Get him. Get him. Check three. Check three. Check three.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Down. 60 outlaw. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey. Stay at home. Stay at home. Hey, you. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. It's a party now. It's a party now. Say go.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side. Jefferson. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll look to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check 24, check 24. Check.
Now Cohen able to push his way through. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Darnold from the gun. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
To throw is Darnold. He completes it to Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First down. Hey, we're going to start. We're waiting. Outside. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Rip left. Hey, Haywood.
Darnold on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, it's Darnold. And he completes it to Cohen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Darnold to throw again. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. As the first half is winding down. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Shut down. Motion. Check.
They try again with Cohen. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Darnold. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to go. It's Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He's got daylight. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Bears push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Right inside. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off that. Let's get off the field.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Check.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Pulled in at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Open man, it's Thielen, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Jefferson. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready. Mike, 58, right there. Yes. 58. Go. I got you, son. And 58 is a Mike. Be critical.
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And some room to run now. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 15.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
All day, dog. 49, check 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
You ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Break. 58, the money. Check, 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 check.
They'll look to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally down at the 9-yard line. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 9. They'll run with Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now a run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook in the final minute as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
X3, 218, chopper.
Back to throw, and it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. There in the 4th quarter in Denver. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them.
I'm going for back. Check 52.
Now it's Darnold. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. That is caught by Cohen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's Darnold going deep downfield for Rowe. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.